Hiring isn't what it used to be, that's for sure. When I opened my business 16 years ago, it was totally different than it is now. I used to put up an ad on Kijiji, which is the equivalent of Craigslist in the States, for landscapers helper required, $10 to $15 an hour, depending on experience, call or email, and get back to me. The next day, I would have 10 people lined up ready to work, and I would choose from all those people the best suited for what we were doing, and I would hire them on and I would try them out. I would get two or three people at a time ready to work, and whatever ones didn't work out, I would pay them at the end of the day and tell them thanks for your help. See you later. The other ones I would keep. I would try and keep on. Um, Nowadays, not so much. Nowadays, it's slim pickings as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. But I'm having a hard time the past few years finding people that actually want to work, and not just the younger guys. I mean, even the older guys. They don't really want to work either. Not hard anyway. I think this mentality of the younger generation is just that, you know what, you can't pay us enough to come out and do physical work like that. We'd rather stay at home and do nothing, or stay at home and be on unemployment, or try and make money online, which is fine. That's great. But most of those people are just sitting at home doing nothing, not interested in working hard whatsoever. Some of them, they dupe you. They show up for an interview. They tell you they're the best. Oh yeah, I have lots of experience. Pay me the world. So you end up you trust them. They say they have experience. You call their past jobs, if you even get to that point, if they've had past jobs. But either way, you hire them on. You give them a decent buck. It seems like nobody will even show up for less than $20 an hour to do general labor, and then when they get here, they're absolutely horrible. But the people who have a year or two experience, they think they're getting $25 off the bat, and they sell you the world that they're the best employee ever, and they work hard and they know everything. So you try them out, and then you quickly realize that, yeah, I've way overpaid this person because they're not qualified, they're not what they said they were, and they turn out to be a drain on you more than anything. So now it's slim pickings. What I've been doing the past couple of years, I have my main guy and another main guy, but he's off for a few months. But my one main guy, he's been here over 10 years, and he's like me. So we're pretty good. Everybody else, not so much. We've just been training them the best we can. So we get these guys that are totally green off of Indeed ads or wherever. We hire these mostly younger guys, some older, but we hire people. They show up, and the hardest part is getting somebody here every day and on time. After that, we can train them. So we've just been trying to train them on everything we can. If we're on a job site building a patio, we try and get them in there learning how to use the bars and how to level and screed things out. Not just the laboring, because I find if you give them a little bit more responsibility, they tend to want to learn more. They feel more important. They're learning something, right? So it takes a lot of investing time one-on-one with these guys to train them. And it's just repetitiveness. It's just over and over again. Some of them learn very quickly. Most of them, they're in one ear and out the other. It's almost useless telling them. And then it comes to the point where in Canada we can get rid of anybody after before 3 months time for no valid reason whatsoever. So if they're not working out after 3 months and I'm finding that I can't train these people, then I'll just lay them off. I wouldn't fire them. I'd just lay them off so they can collect unemployment or do whatever until they find their next job. But I find it very hard to find good people that want to work anymore. I don't know if it's because of the prices of the houses, or if it's the economy, or what's going on, but it seems like nobody wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to learn this industry anymore. And it's hard to find people that'll work and stay. I do my best once I get people that I think are good and they're learning and they like their job. I pay them what I can. I pay them as well as I can, and I give them bonuses. That's all I can do to keep them here. I mean, this isn't jail. They come, they go. That's another reason why I got out of landscape maintenance years ago. I sold the maintenance end of things because it's like a stepping stone for people. They come here, they show up when they want, they're not very professional, and then they move on. I find doing landscape construction, people are here more, they show up, it's more of a career to them. That's just my findings. I can pay them more and I expect more. So back to the whole thing on how we deal with them. I mean, there's some people that, yeah, you can't train. Like, I give them a few weeks, and sure, they can labor. You have to stay on them, of course, for laboring even, but they can provide you labor, but they don't have any. they don't want to learn whatsoever any of the job. Like I said, it goes in one ear and out the other. I don't know if it's they can't learn or they're just not interested or their mind's on something else, but I got to nip that in the butt real quick and get people like that out of here, put my ads back up and get someone else new in. And that's what I've been doing, just sorting out basically the garbage out with the garbage in with someone else, see how they do, and so forth. But I mean, it's a busy time of year, so you're sort of stuck with what you have. If they can get here every day on time, you got to try and train them because at least they're showing up. Now, another problem with training these guys, you train them, young, old, whatever, you train them, they're getting actually you don't have to tell them again, they're learning, and then they just go somewhere else. They're not loyal to you. You've just spent so much time training these guys, and then they go and find the next company that'll hire them on and pay them $5 more an hour because they can go there and lie to them and say, oh yeah, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. And then that boss basically gets duped into thinking they're good, and he hires them on for what they're not worth, and he quickly realizes, oh, this guy's not what he said he was, and they get rid of him before 3 months is up too. Common problem. I don't know how you guys do it, and I don't know how others do it, but this is what I do. If they show up and I can train them, I keep them. If they show up and they're late or they got a bad attitude and it just goes in one ear and out the other, then they got to go out with the bad apples and in with it someone new. So that's how it is for me in this industry. It's always the past 5 years it's been like that. Harder to find good employees that'll stay. Like I said, years ago when I first opened this place up, there was so many people that wanted to work, young, old. I would just pick out of all of them, and yeah, it worked out well. That's where I got one of my main guys. He's been here over 10 years. It's worked out. I've taken care of him. He's taken care of me. I'm happy to have him, but it's like there's no ambition out there anymore. There's no go-getters. There's no people that want to learn. There's no people that want to work hard. I remember when I started working at the big company years ago. It was a long time ago, but most of us worked hard. Like we worked hard, and I would want hours. I would want to work 10, 12 hours a day. I would want to learn as much as possible. If they offered Saturday work, I would be in there no problem, getting more hours and more hours. And I would try and get as many hours as possible. And I would try and learn as much as possible to move up the ladder so I could get paid more. That's just the way it was. And that's why I excelled quickly. I learned a lot quickly, and eventually opened my own business because I couldn't get any higher. So I figured I might as well start making the money myself. So that's what I did. But it's like there's no one else that wants to do that. And no one wants to learn. No one wants to put the time in at work. Everybody's too preoccupied. Oh, I want to get home. I want to get home. Like, I don't know what they're getting home to, but why bother if you have no money in your pocket? So that's a bit of an issue I've been having. I still find a way to figure everything out. I mean, it is what it is. I've had people, leave and there's no one left and it's just me for a couple of days. And then I hire new people and it works out again and we go a few years again. It is what it is. It's the nature of the business. People come, people go, unfortunately. This isn't a trade like a carpenter or a plumber where they see it as a career. This is more, I think this is below that almost. In a small landscape business anyway. I know at a larger landscaping business, they can afford to give full benefit packages, unions, all that, retirement fund. But being a small business, I can't offer, union wages and full benefits like that. So it is a bit tough. And yeah, so I just train who I have and hope for the best. That's all we can do. And, I'm always looking for new people. I'll take on someone with experience anytime because I'll find them work to do. There's lots of work out there. I'll just get more work if that's the case and get them working to get them here because I appreciate people with, common sense, which seems to be something that's not out there anymore. Anyway, that's my little bit of a rant regarding employees, young employees, old employees, new employees. It's just, it's a tough business, guys. But once you find the good guys, you can make money. That's for sure. I thought by this point I would have expanded and had lots of crews and lots of money and blah, blah, blah. But I found that staying small, just a couple of trucks, couple of trailers, and working together with the guys or overseeing the guys for the most part is the best way to do it. And then there's no messing around. I think it's smaller is better for me. I make a decent living. I can pay my guys well, and that's how I do it. If you got any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. Thanks for being here. See you next time.